Alrighty, guys, the cat is out the bag. We're talking about Knob Hill, and every week we're getting questions from you guys talking about where's the trendiest, most stylish place in town in Albuquerque, and it's also centralized and it has a ton to offer from shopping, restaurants, and everything that you could possibly need within walking distance, right? So in today's video, we're going to be going over Knob Hill, what to expect, and why you should probably think about moving down here in 2024. So grab your pen and your pad and let's go. All right, so moving to somewhere fresh and trendy in 2024 in Albuquerque is going to be Knob Hill, right? Because you're going to have all the newest bars, all the newest restaurants. Some of the best coffee shops in the area are going to be here. And I love this place. I mean, it's very walkable. There's always something going on. And with a ton of local things in the area, you'll have enough to do, especially if you are living in the neighborhood and being so close to the university and, you know, the freeway and all that stuff. You are just going to have tons all around you. I mean, the Whole Foods, Sprouts, everything is going to be super close. Now, other than, you know, the amenities that they have to offer there, you know, because they do have healthcare down the street from you, like UNM and Presbyterian, you will also have tons of residential to pick from. And not only residential, but condos, apartments. And really, when we're talking about the living situation down there, it's very family oriented, believe it or not. And with the diversity of people that are living in the area, you are just always going to have this mix and this culture of community, because everything is not going to be super big on the lots. Everything's going to be super close together. But I just got to say thank you for stopping by the Living in Albuquerque channel. If this is your first time tuning in, do yourself a huge favor and hit that subscribe and notification bell down at the bottom. That way you guys are never missing out on any videos, because I am dropping videos every week talking about what our beautiful city of Albuquerque and surrounding cities have to offer. Now, aside from doing these videos and hanging out with you guys just for a bit, I am also a licensed broker here in the state of New Mexico, and that number popping up on the screen is my direct line. Feel free to hit me up. I am the one that answers all the calls, texts, and emails. I would love to hop on a quick video call with you guys. That way we can really narrow down your search, talk about what the next steps are, and really help you and guide you with the best knowledge possible to make that decision to move down to Albuquerque a lot smoother and a lot faster. And, you know, enough about me, guys. Let's get more into Knob Hill. Why would you even consider moving down to Knob Hill? And that's a very legit question. To be honest with you guys, when you are thinking about moving down here, you are going to be looking at some of the, you know, nicest restaurants, some of the, you know, top-notch residential living and unique living, to be honest with you guys, because a lot of these homes are, you know, original to the city. And there's not, you know what, they are a little old, but I'm going to be honest with you guys, a lot of them have a lot of unique character that you're not going to be able to buy anywhere else. And when you're living in these neighborhoods, I mean, they're so close to each other. And whether you like that or not, there's tight-knit communities, and everybody within the community pretty much knows one another. And it's crazy because when you live in that area, and obviously you're going to be shopping as a local down at the, you know, food market, going down to the coffee shops and stuff like that, people are going to start to recognize you, and they're going to start to have conversations with you, and shoot, you may even become a regular. I don't know, but if this is the type of living that you're looking for, you want walkability, you know, unique living, and you also want to be centrally located to, you know, pretty much the whole city, this is a more than enough of good reason to move down to Knob Hill. And getting into these other conversations, I want you to keep in mind that being centrally located, you're going to have everything at your fingertips. You know, as far as amenities goes, you're going to have all the, you know, Whole Foods, Sprouts, you know, healthcare, Presbyterian, and UNMH down really pretty much 5 to 10 minutes from you. But you got to be cautious, because traveling through Central sometimes can be a nightmare, because ever since they put in the art bus, yes, our public transportation is pretty great, but Central is pretty much a one-lane road for the majority in some parts. And in Knob Hill, that's all you're going to have. So if you are going down to Knob Hill or you're living in the area, you're going to find yourself either, you know, biking, riding a skateboard or longboard, or pretty much walking to all these different amenities. Keep in mind that I know that I'm bringing up homes a lot in this area because they are very unique. And with that being said, the homes in this area are going to be a little bit more expensive. Niche.com says that the average home price in this area is under $310,000. I beg to differ. Doing my own research, it's closer to around that $400,000 area, maybe just a little bit more, just because everybody's trying to move here. Not only for the unique charm, just because it's so close to the nightlife and so much different activity that a lot of people are searching for that, especially people coming from bigger cities, they still want that bigger city living to where they can walk to their favorite local coffee shop or walk to the grocery store or pretty much walk to any fancy restaurant. That way that they're not driving so much, because the walkability in neighborhoods is very real and it's built like a grid. So obviously you can't get lost. And it's very bike friendly, sidewalks everywhere, and really the houses in this area. I wish I can say that, this is the type of house you're going to see, but really you're going to see Southwest style homes, mid-century modern homes, and there's even a log cabin still in the neighborhood that recently just sold for close to about $1 million. So, big money living here, and with it being so close to the university, how could you not want to buy in this area? A couple things you can expect when you are living in Nob Hill. Number one, it's going to be super busy. Number two, it's going to have a ton of local shops. And one of our favorites is going to be Little Bear Coffee, right? I brought it up earlier and I can't stress it enough, because they also have a super cool kind of a collective shop next door to it that has a ton of different things that you can buy. I mean, plants, records, signs. I mean, you guys will have to visit it for yourselves just so you guys can get a picture. But really, guys, living here in Nob Hill, you're going to have access to public transportation with the art bus and the regular city buses. Still can't find a name for them. We call them the regular city buses because they were around forever. And when they put in the art bus, it replaced another central ride thing that we used to have, rapid ride or whatever they used to call it. This one is a lot nicer. I mean, they got stops, so it's more frequently coming to people to pick them up. So you can expect that there's going to be a ton of people walking, especially with it being super close to the college campus. You are going to see a lot of college students living in the area. So keep it in mind that if you're okay with, people travel coming through and out of the neighborhoods, or you just like being where all the action is, next to all the bars and stuff, this is going to be a place for you, because hey, I personally want to make sure that I get some shut eye, but other people enjoy that and they want to make sure that, hey, if I do want to get out and go enjoy the bar real quick and then come back home, because I'm to be honest with you guys, now that I'm thinking about it, I used to live in New York, and when I lived in New York, I lived across the street from all the bars. So that was pretty cool, being right across the street from all the action, being able to go down to a restaurant and enjoy that pretty much a walking distance. The convenience factor of that was just freaking awesome. So I totally get that if you're wanting to move here just for that. Okay, now let's talk about the schools, because obviously education is always super important. I'm a parent, so I want to make sure that I pass this information along to any parents out there, or, if you're looking to move to the UNM campus for your studies and all that stuff. I want you to know that UNM and Nob Hill pretty much are the same area. They call it the UNM Nob Hill area, and I really just want to emphasize on the Nob Hill because UNM is talking about the college campus, really, and Nob Hill is the neighborhood. The schools in this area, I mean, for grade schools, are ranking a B plus and above, according to niche.com. And, of course, these neighborhoods cater to the younger crowds, but a lot of families still live in the neighborhoods because there's some private schools down there, believe it or not, that a lot of kiddos are going to. And with all of it being super close, a lot of the kiddos can actually walk home from school and have no issues. I actually seen that today. They were letting out school when, I was up there earlier, and it was pretty cool to see a lot of the kiddos in the neighborhood just walking home. But with all that being said, there's also college kids that are, walking in and out of those neighborhoods as well. So if that's going to be an issue, think twice. Maybe move a little bit more east or northeast of Nob Hill, where there's not going to be a whole bunch of college kids walking in through the neighborhood. So keep that in mind. And again, guys, that number popping up on the screen is my direct line. So if you're wondering what area is going to be a little less congested than the other, feel free to reach out. Let's get on the video call and talk about it. Okay, so all the amenities in this area, being centrally located, are going to be pretty much at your fingertips, guys. When you're talking about Nob Hill, you're going to have, again, right, UNMH, Presbyterian right next to you, the two main hospitals. You are also going to have the newer Whole Foods and the Sprouts right next to you. And I got to tell you guys, that newer Whole Foods is crazy looking. I think they're also going to have like a bar and stuff inside. So pretty exciting to see this year, to what is going to come about this new building that they have, because they really just moved across the street, and the Whole Foods now is super small and tiny. It's funny looking, and there's a massive arrow right in front of it. I don't know the whole backstory about this massive arrow. Maybe I can put up a B-roll of it. That way you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. But really, they say that you can see this thing from Google Earth. But anyways, guys, before I got sidetracked, the restaurants in this area are going to be super good, right? You have Matucci's, You're gonna have Little Bear again for the coffee, and anything else that you're looking for, like a local bread spot, it's gonna be here. And if you're looking for like something else outside of like food and stuff like that, because I love to talk about food, guys. You are also gonna have like Astro Zombies, some record stores in the area. Cool little boutique shops. Like if you like the NM United soccer team, their main hub is going to be down here in Nob Hill. So a lot of things to do, a lot of things to look forward to when you are moving down to Nob Hill. And if you got kiddos and you're worried about healthcare, you're really going to be 5 to 10 minutes away from both of these mega giant hospitals. So really cool. All right, guys, I want to make sure to package this up for you and give it to you nice and neat to make sure that you know exactly what you're getting. Because if you're moving to Nob Hill, you're not just throwing a dart on the board and saying that looks like a great place. You're being very intentional about this area because you want to be somewhere that's fresh and trendy, got a ton of things going on, and it's super close to all these different amenities like the hospitals, shopping, restaurants, coffee shops, and the university. And plus, you like to live somewhere with a little bit of charm, right? Some uniqueness to the property, old hardwood floors, Southwest style, log cabin homes. If you want to live in a log cabin within the city, this is going to be somewhere where you can do it. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to buy that log cabin again. It was kind of like a once in a lifetime thing. And I think it was one of the first homes in that area, is what they said. But crazy to think that places like this still exist here within our city. And a lot of the culture and a lot of the essence is still very alive, and the neighborhood in that area has done a great job to make sure that they protect that for the next generations to come. But really family orientated, really catered to more of the younger crowds, the college type of crowd. And they want to make sure that, hey, if you are going to UNMH or if you're going to CNM, right, the local college, you are going to be very close and very able to access these areas without a car. A lot of these students are walking or riding their bikes or longboards all around this area. So again, busy, congested, but if you don't mind that, you like being next to all the action and you want to live somewhere where it's really getting a refresh, this is going to be the area for you guys. And again, that number popping up on the screen is my direct line. And as much as I love doing this and hanging out with you guys, which I really do appreciate you, I would love to help you out with your real estate needs. So if you are looking to move down to Albuquerque within the next 30, 60, or 90 days, I'd love to get on a quick video call with you guys to make sure that you're making all the right choices and all the right moves before you head down here. But other than that, guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me. I know we had to come back in the office. It's starting to get a little dark out there, and it was starting to rain. So until next time, I'll catch you guys on the next one. You guys have a good weekend. Peace.
Yeah, oh my Lord, watch me sway, darkness falls and we all pray.
My God, thanks again. Don't put that in there. How embarrassing. You guys have a good weekend. We'll catch you. Oops, whoops. Sorry, Heat. I don't know what's up with me today. But anyways, we're going to keep rocking and rolling. But really, guys, I want to, forget it. I guess we'll just have to end it here. Maybe you can add some bloopers to the end of this video now that you can have something funny. But